After a day's break, we are all set for the grand semi-finals then. Welcome back to ACC Men's T20I Challenger Cup. We're coming to you live from TCG Cricket Ground in Bangkok. And three massive elements on display here for this first semi-final. Japan, Saudi Arabia and pressure. As all of them take on each other, it's very important to understand what happened at the toss. Nishant Prachitia was there with both the captains.
Very good morning and thank you, Babashiz. It's toss time for the semi-finals. The first between the two teams who, when the tournament started, we thought probably might be playing the finals, but it's semi-final one between Saudi Arabia and Japan. We've got all the people who matter. We've got Gandhi, the match referee. We've got Kendall, the Japanese skipper. And of course, Hisham, the Saudi Arabia skipper. He will be spinning the coin because Saudi Arabia, the home side, and Japan to call.
Heads is the call.
Heads is the call.
And it's tail. Saudi won the toss.
It's a tail. Saudis won the toss. What would you like to do?
We'll bowl first. I think wickets here in Thailand, early on it gives a bit of assistance and there's some dew. We'll take good care of these situations.
It's been quite an alternate situation for you. Batted first, then bowled first, then batted first again, and now bowling first again. So what is a target that you're looking to restrict Japan to?
I think they're a decent batting lineup. I think anything around 140, less than that would be a good score to chase.
Any changes in your side?
Yeah, I think the two changes, Hasib's back and Usman's back.
Good luck for the game then.
Good luck.
Kendall, okay batting first, or you think there is some moisture around?
No, we would have batted today. That's probably our strength, and we would have gone back to it. We had an idea that they might bowl first as well, so we're prepared to bat first.
And any changes in your side?
One change, Ryan Drake, our quick bowler, comes in for Makoto Taniyama.
And what do you think is going to be a good total on this surface?
It's hard to say. I think if we can get somewhere around that 150, 160, we can be competitive. And as I said, I think our strength is really defending hard with our spinners and getting around quickly. So from my perspective, all the pressure's on them. They're the only undefeated team in this tournament. They're a really strong team, and that's when we play our best.
Good luck for the game then.
Thank you.
Right then, that's the news from the middle. Saudi Arabia has won the toss, and they've elected to bowl first.
Surprise, surprise. Look at that surface, and it's been rolled all day yesterday, and still Saudi wanted to bowl first. They've got their bowlers set though. We know for a fact they can do wonders with the new ball. They've got Ishtiaq and Atif. And of course, their first change bowler is perhaps the toughest to face, Usman Najib. And as far as Japan is concerned, they'll be opening with their formidable pair, which is Lachlan Lake and Hargrave Abbey, and they'll be hoping their main man Kendall Kadewaki Fleming, their captain, who bats number 3, goes on to put on a score. And if Japan can get anything in excess of 160, 170, this should be a much more even contest than what it could have been if Saudi would have batted and perhaps raced their way onto another double 100 total. Lachlan Lake and Hargrave Abbey making their way into the middle. As I mentioned right at the start, this game goes beyond runs and wickets. It's how you get there. Lachlan Yamamoto Lake 63 runs so far, looked in fluid touch last time he batted. Japan dropped that game against Singapore, but they're coming into this particular semi-final really having explored all options. Young debutant Koji Hargrave Abbey yet to really stamp his authority in this tournament. No better platform, no better stage to do so. Ishtiaq Ahmed, 6 wickets to show for. Somebody who's a natural outswing bowler. Really does bend his back. And he'll get some bounce on this surface. So Saudi starting with a slip in position. First ball. Outside the off stump, clear intent to score a few runs. And that is so good to see. After that toss, having a very closer look at that well-rolled surface. Time to say good morning to Nishant Prachitia.
Yes, thank you very much, Babashish.
Was a bit of a surprise for everybody there the moment Saudi Arabia won the toss and elected to bowl. You know, I thought they would probably want to bat first, put runs on the board. Defended on the offside by Lake.
From what we have seen, Nishant, Saudi's template with the ball here in this first innings is going to be very similar to what they have done, which is don't go searching for wickets. Stay around the 5th meter, 6th meter mark, roundabout off stump, and that's where they will be all day. And so as a batter, you got to make a move. You have to get to that length in order to strike it and make sure you're batting with soft hands here. Fuller ball though, that's a surprise. Lake had no clue whatsoever. I think he was done for pace here.
It's very early into the shot on that occasion. Just look at that. And that curve away from the right-hander, adding to the trouble of Lake. Excellent start for Ishtiaq here.
Yeah, Lake has got 2 primary movements in his trigger. First the back leg comes across and then the front leg lifts. Yeah, there you go. That's why when you go full and straight, he doesn't have time. Ishtiaq Ahmed picked that up on the previous ball and now he's gone at the base of the stumps. Castled. Saudi draws first blood.
There's again another excellent delivery here. An inside edge. I think you have to say that probably Lake was a little unlucky there and a little late, of course, but unlucky. He got his bat down, got a bit of it on it and dragged it back on. So first blood for Saudi Arabia.
Best batter in the side, captain of the team, Kendall Fleming. Only 1 half century to show for. And that was a good one. Didn't go on and get a score against Singapore. Got in and got out. And he's somebody you got to be bowling fuller to as well. Really full first up. Slip in a gully.
Nicely done. Excellent start this by Ishtiaq Ahmed, vindicating the decision of the Saudi skipper to win the toss and bowl first. Of course, the decision took everybody by surprise, but as long as it's going as per the plans of the team, well, everybody else can just be quiet.
The Japanese dugout will be quiet as well. Yet to score a run, they've lost a wicket. And Fleming lets that one go. It's a wicket maiden then for Ishtiaq. What we saw in that first over was raw pace. What we will see in this second over is just movement. Prodigious inward movement from Atifur Rahman. Only 2 wickets to show for, but don't let that fool you. This man has got tremendous ability to move the ball around in the air, off the surface too. He's got a terrific in-swinging grip. As Hargrave Abbey gets ready for his first ball. And it hooked back in sharply as well. Well, they've been on the money so far. 7 balls, all on target.
And yes, this pitch is very nicely rolled in, and all of that said and done, it's still an early morning start. And Saudi Arabia do not want to waste even one delivery by not pitching it up and getting the movement.
What Abbey is doing right now, he's standing a touch outside the crease right now, which is good to see. Trying to counter that swing. So somehow he's able to block that one on the front foot. Soon enough, these two batters, I know they've lost a wicket. They'll have to start thinking about scoring though. Yes, the Japanese team who were out there yesterday practicing on the ground said the ground staff worked really hard to roll that surface day in, day out yesterday, which is why today it looks like absolute belter. Saudi bowlers have done well to take the pitch out of equation so far.
Yes, and this is the kind of pitch that you see and you expect the sheen to really show up. It's just that it's not in the nature of surfaces in this part of the world to exhibit that sheen. Similar surface, let's say in a Sharjah, would have been shining almost like a mirror.
Catching position on the onside for that incoming delivery.
Good shot and a good half stop there by the bowler. Tall bowler coming down is always a bit of a task. He's catching in the form for gully fielder as well. I think that is for the change-up delivery which he might bowl outside the off-stump to entice the batter into going for a slash.
Just the way Abbey drove that ball, there is a very good chance Rahman might just shorten the length here. So here comes the opportunity, first real opportunity of scoring, I believe. Yeah, push the length further back and, well, Abbey was still not ready for it. Once again, being beaten for pace, that's not something we have seen Japan, their top order. I think they've managed pace well. They're up against a quality pace bowling attack to get those reflexes in faster.
An excellent start here so far by Saudi Arabia. Stuck to their plans. So far, they've been yielding results. That's the catching position you're talking about. It was a full toss, which Abbey didn't really try to hit too hard, just tapped it away towards short mid.
That tells you what he's thinking, which is all defensive. At this point of time, Nishant, you got to have a heart to throw a punch or two back to the opposition. Saudi will know all throughout the tournament they have never been tested. Neither on the field nor with the bat. Japan will have to make a move somehow. And that might mean taking an extra risk, but I would rather do that than just succumb to this quality, high quality fast bowling on display here. 2 overs done, no runs on the board. They've lost a wicket. Crucial third over begins. Fleming yet to get off the mark. Japan yet to get off the mark. And he comes down the track, which was expected. First runs off the bat, shy of relief for Fleming and that dugout.
I just get a feeling that It's probably only good that Fleming picked up a single of the first ball, because I was really sensing something to give in this over because of the fact that there have been 2 maiden overs up front. So if Fleming doesn't get a boundary early in the over, he might just want to do something out of the box.
Everything has been fuller to Abe from the other end. He's standing far outside that crease. This over, Ishtiaq might try and test him upstairs. He must. That's where he can get Abe caught. Length ball outside the off. Again, very traditional in terms of his approach so far. Just believe the young man is under a lot of pressure, Nishant. Looks to be not fluid, which has been a feature for him and Lake. Fluidity with the bat, and in terms of scoring, just looking tensed out there. Needs a boundary here and there just to loosen him up.
That's a good shot. But Midon makes the half save. Ball ricochets to Midov, so Abe is off the mark as well. Ishtiaq Ahmed. His lines have been superb.
And this is a masterclass for Singapore new ball bowlers, for Cambodia's new ball bowlers. What to do when you've got the new ball. 15 balls so far, not even an attempted cut or pull shot. Forget about scoring of it.
Goes for the big one in the air and taken. Exactly what I was trying to say, Babashish, that Fleming will be wanting to get a boundary going. He will be desperate. He became desperate. And look at what has happened here.
Ball just going away off the outside edge, and it's a very good catch indeed. Usman Najib, bowls first change, makes an impact on the field. Kendall Fleming goes for 1. That's the biggest wicket for Saudi first thing this morning. 2 for 2 at Japan. Alexander Shirai Patmore, a keeper batter, tried his best to get his team over the line against Singapore. Eventually couldn't find boundaries. Right now his defensive technique will be tested.
Ishtiaq Ahmed has bowled couple of overs and picked up 2, could be 3, not quite. Didn't carry to the fielder on that occasion. Well, the way the Saudi bowlers are bowling right now, it looks like as if they're going to pick up a wicket every ball.
First ball to the new batter on Midland leg stump. Patmore was trying to close the face of the bat. All that nervous energy has costed Japan here. They have started poorly with the bat. Against a team like Saudi, you cannot be on the mat this early in the game. Edged away. 3 in a row now that Ishtiaq Ahmed has tested that outside edge. Japan are crawling. 4 runs on the board. They've lost their top 2. Day before yesterday's was Atif's gym day. Did a lot of core work, bit of heavy lifting too, so that he can be all set and fresh for this spell. Strong shot. First boundary for Japan. Was pitched up all right. Abe was expecting it to be pitched up, allowed his hands to come through the ball.
Wasn't wide of the extended arm of Atif there. Much needed boundary. Just get a feeling had Abe got that in the previous over, then the captain would have still been around.
Nicely played away through the offside now. Come back for the second. You're right. Boundary or a couple would have just allowed Kendall to settle down a bit more. And as we have spoken, looking at Kendall's technique early on, because of how tall and imposing he is, he got to be fuller. And Saudi got it spot on today. As I said, clear masterclass for the new ball bowlers involved in the second semi-final, how to use the new ball on a good batting surface. This by no means is a green top. Full toss. Once again, this is now twice that he's missed out on a real full bunger on Midland leg stump.
Just shows that how underconfident at this point in time the Japanese batters are. Abe batting on 8 of 12. Patmore has faced just one delivery so far. That's Upish, and that's into the gap. Nobody in the deep to protect that boundary. That will be the second one of the over.
A strong bottom hand from Abe. Just tells you all about how anxious he is. And because of that strong bottom hand, the bat just turning in his hands. Only of the inside half of the bat, but a boundary. He's suddenly gone on to 12 of 13. He'll look at that scoreboard and take a couple of deep breaths in, go through his mid-ball batting routine, and return to the crease feeling a lot more confident to face up the last two deliveries of the over.
Nice channels this time by Atif, not being bogged down by the couple of boundaries hit.
Because of the two boundaries assured in defense for the first time was Hardgrave Abe. That is a good sign. And Nishan, now the real threat is Usman Najib, who's quicker than these two. So if you are already being a little flustered with this pace on offer, good luck. Last ball of Atif's second over. That is fuller 2. Opens the face of the bat. Only 1. 4 overs are done. Japan into double figures. Finally, 15 for 2. No respite here. Ishtiaq returns for number 3. Saudi very much on the attack here. They're hoping to get a few more. Hope Usman Najib really runs through the middle order. Missing leg stump, but once again beaten for raw pace. By the time Abe lined up the ball, got in line of the ball had already thudded into his body.
For a long time, we'll have Patmore facing a delivery.
Yes, Patmore has to really lower the back lift here. That's one way to counter extreme pace. Especially when you're under furthermore pressure, Nishant. Your hands tend to keep going away from the body. It's very involuntary, you can't help it. Good shot though, not for runs.
It's just that you're one thing that is on your mind always is not to get out. If you keep thinking that, it's very difficult to get your head down to anything else.
Only thing you can control is your process, which should be in and around looking to hit the ball straight, be top hand dominated at this point of time, and be decisive. Whether in attack or in defense, be extremely decisive. Short ball should have gone after that one. Surprised that's not been given as a wide. Had he gone after that, maybe you would have known how far it is. Well, not far away from the batter. Could have thrown his hands at that.
Once again, Ishtiaq Ahmed hasn't conceded anything in this over. Lovely drive. Good looking shot there, and that will run away to the sweeper fence for 4.
Yeah, that's loose from Ishtiaq twice in 2 balls now. Previous one, Patmore didn't bother. This time he thought there is a lot more opportunity to get bat on ball. Just gets it through the inner circle. Second boundary of the innings. Third, in fact. Abe got 2 in the previous over. I don't think he's going to get any more width for the remaining these 2 deliveries. They will be full on the stumps. It was. Mid-off is ready. No run.
So then, Wajid comes in for the next over. Khalid, beg your pardon. Usman Najib, beg your pardon.
Yeah, Usman Najib, it should be. Waji ul Hassan, when you said Waji, that's not a bad option either. A right arm fast bowler, sometimes has the keeper up to the stumps, but that's for slightly later, you would like to believe. Definitely Usman Najib.
Yeah, Usman Najib, I was thinking about him and talking about Waji. Soft hands, but won't get a chance to pick up a single. 5 overs bowled, it's 20 for 2.
Last over of the power play. Ducking for cover are the batters as Usman Najib gets ready to begin his spell. 4 wickets at an average of 11.75. Known to be somebody who crashes the ball onto timber. Starts with a short of length delivery though.
Nabi there standing up tall, and cutting it. Good shot by the fielder.
Interesting, now Abby suddenly is standing inside the crease. Perhaps knowing that Najib is much quicker, he wants to give himself a little more time.
Shortish delivery this time, looks to pull, doesn't time it. And he has to keep in mind when he's standing back. He has to mind his stumps, because Najib has the ability to really push the batsman onto the back foot as well.
I wonder how Patmore approaches this. Good from Habby. Just letting Patmore know at what pace, what kind of length this Najib has been trying to hit. I think he's been on the shorter side for the first 2 deliveries, just trying to open his body up. Pulled away, miss hit. He will come back for the second.
Yes, now what happens when a good spell has been bowled is that suddenly when there is a bowling change, the batters begin to feel that, okay, this is our chance to break free. And when that bowling changes in the form of somebody like Najib, the bowling side always has a chance.
Faisal Khan, who's standing at mid-off, had a little word with Usman Najib. The talk could have been about the length. Yeah, so you gotta go fuller. 4th ball of the first over is where Usman Najib has now landed it perfectly, and will try and continue the same. I like this from Patmore, giving himself a bit of room here, hoping that he can just use the angle that Usman is creating. Once again, careful of the straight ball.
That was the straight ball. He was backing away. Would have been a very dangerous thing to do, really.
Also, Nishant, because he's backing away time and again, not a bad ploy to go round the stumps. See if he still wants to back away and expose the stumps even further with the angle. Because it's the first ball of this first over of the spell, sticking to over the wicket. Turned away round the corner for another run. 4 runs came from Najib's first over. 24 for 2 after the power play.
The power play started off on a disastrous note as Lake chopped one back onto the stumps, and then Fleming looking to get a boundary, hold out to the deep. Then the boundary came as Abby hit one down the ground and one towards mid-wicket. Good looking shot by Patmore as well. That's about it.
There are 5 deliveries we saw in that highlights package. All were delivered at a fuller length, which is something, if you are just joining us for this first semi-final, let me tell you, Saudi won the toss, and since then they have been relentless. They've done something which is the opposite of conventional wisdom, which is to put runs on the board in a pressure game. But their bowlers have just taken the task with so much ease. And And execution has been phenomenal. Mohammad Hisham Sheikh, the spinner, captain, spins the ball both ways. 4 wickets so far in the tournament. Starts off by letting go of that single.
Of course, with the power play done, the dilemma of the batters will be slightly reduced. Now they can entirely focus on rebuilding the innings. With the power play on, there's always this thought that, oh, we are wasting the power play, oh, we are not taking advantage of it. Now they don't have to be bothered about that. They know the field is spread out. They know the best way forward is to pick up the ones and twos and get the odd boundary in.
Hisham asking the deep mid-wicket fielder to go a lot squarer, very much in front. The deep backward square leg fielder moves further back, short fine leg inside. Nobody saving a single on the onside with the ball spinning away sharply. Keeper did well. I think the umpires have gone upstairs for that stumping cry.
Well, they all just seem to be a little disinterested in that appeal. The wicketkeeper doing it as a formality. The square leg umpire saying, okay, let's be sure of it. Just get a feeling that probably Abe did drag his foot out.
And Abe looked completely chill. He's gone out there to have a drink.
Legitimate delivery, no issues with that. Just about in time. He did lift it for sure.
Just get a feeling, Nishant, he didn't drag it back. He lifted it. Then while pushing it back, it was still in the air. It was not dragging on the ground. I don't know how much of evidence the TV umpire will have that if that back foot was in the air, but it's a tight call. It's closer than what we expected it to be.
Yes, not out is the verdict. Just not enough evidence for the TV umpire to conclude that the foot was not placed back in time.
Really fast hands from Hasib Ghafoor there. Took the bails off in a flash. And Hisham will enjoy this. The ball has already spun away once. Might try and just shorten the length for this one. See if Abe is too keen to cut the ball away.
That's still a touch fuller. Pushed away towards the fielder there. That is a dot ball.
It's where Hisham has placed that short third fielder. Tells me that he might be bowling this length more often. Where the batter just thinks I can rock back and cut it away because of this hard surface. And then exposes the horizontal back to everything. Played off the back foot there. That's a confusion Hisham is trying to create.
Well, that's the whole idea, I believe, that Hisham has in his mind, is to keep the batters guessing as to what his length going to be as well. Excellent delivery this time. It will be a single, 7 overs bowled, 26 for 2.
These two teams fighting for a place in the grand finale. You don't have to fight for anything. Once you unlock cricket, download ACC app now. All the action very much on your phone. And then you can visit www.asiancricket.org. That gives you more access, more exclusive content. in the world of cricket. Every time Usman Najib starts the over, he shadows the fuller ball. But then he was on the shorter side for that first over. Let's see if he's going to change that. Right up there! Bills all over, stumps all over. That's the end of Hargrave Abbey. Usman's first wicket. He's taken 6 balls to warm up and has delivered this particular ball across the line, short, not presenting a full face of the bat, and you've got no chance.
You got a couple of full tosses which you didn't put away. And then to a very good delivery, he's decided to go after and has paid the price. Abe departs for 15 and Japan in trouble. What a delivery that was.
Savarish Ravichandran was a part of the partnership that Japan got somewhere in the middle against Singapore. Kept them in the run chase for a while. This is where he got most of those 4 boundaries. Good luck, Sabarish.
Right then, Najib. Oh, comes back in sharply. I think there was bat involved. The big edge onto the pads there. But what a start. What a way to welcome him. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe there was no bat involved.
Yeah, looked out, Nishant, from here in the commentary box, but you are very right when you picked up that it was close to the inside half of the bat. I think the impact outside off, because that back leg was coming across. That's what has prompted umpire not to give that out. This is a little too straighter. So Ravichandran will get off the mark with a couple of runs on the onside. That first ball so very tight from Najib. But straight away you see an improvement in terms of line and length, intensity too. Whenever he bowls fuller, he just feels quicker.
And whenever he feels quicker, he feels a little more confident. Ravichandran, not Ashwin. Sabaurish plays it away towards the fielded short mid for a dot ball. There's a lot of talk around the other Ravichandran as well. On the cusp of getting to 500 test wickets. Catch it, cries! No, that was a bump ball. It's a dot ball. Yeah. Excellent over this. Very aggressive over this from Ravichandran. From Najib to Ravichandran. Final delivery of the 8th over. Right up there again, driven straight to mid-off. Fumble will ensure that single is safe. 8 overs bowled, it's 29 for 3.
Declan the all-rounder, Ibrahim the all-rounder beyond these two. Savarish very much the all-rounder himself. Saudi will believe couple of wickets more. And they will be ruling the roost in this particular contest. That was struck hard onto Wahid. Hisham is the bowler. They got to look to go after at least. Slog sweep in the gap. The fielder does well, keeps it down to only one. Interesting to see if Hisham goes round the wicket or he stays over the wicket to the left-hander, so that then he can bowl the carom ball or the one that comes back in. No slip in position, so he's not really hoping to spin the ball away. Now round the wicket though. This very much brings both the edges of the bat in play. Wide the crease too. Patmore drags that one down to deep fine leg.
Ravichandran on strike now. Hisham. Good start to the over. A dot ball and a couple of singles. Now another dot ball. Short ball, he has pulled it uppishly and he has pulled it in the gap as well. So Ravichandran gets a boundary there. That will give him some confidence.
His previous ball, he did chip down the track, which is why Hisham dropped it shorter. And Savarish was good enough to get a boundary. Last ball of the over. That's the away spinner. And maybe that was off the outside edge too. 9 overs are done. Japan have moved on to 35 for 3. Three overs on the trot for Ishtiaq Ahmed, who's picked up a couple of wickets. 3 on the trot for Najib too. That is very good captaincy indeed.
Will be bowling to the left-hander up front in this over. And backing away. Now with a right-arm bowler bowling over the wicket to a left-hander, when you are backing away, it just goes to show you're actually trying to stay away from the ball.
Actually, with the mid-off up, you should be going towards the ball. So that even if you get bat on ball in that region, and if it's in the gap, you'll get a boundary. He stayed leg side, so he can counter that line slightly better. Lays that away towards deep backward square leg for a run. Brings the right-hander on strike.
Ravichandran will be on strike now. Najib into his third over.
I know Patmore is batting up the order, but Savarish Ravichandran has got better technique to handle somebody like Najib. I could be extremely wrong with his poles being flat out everywhere. But at least in terms of his setup and his approach towards the ball, it's very traditional. It's giving himself the best possible chance to defend against the good ball. Patmore so far has looked nervy.
Eight of 11 for Ravichandran, 11 of 14 for Patmore.
Najib has sent the mid-on back to long on. So he can go really full on the stumps. That's been nicely clipped away. He wants to. Direct throw. Direct throw could be out. Goodness gracious. From the deep backward square leg boundary. Perhaps it is Waji who's ran in hard, aimed at the stumps and clipped the bails on that throw.
Yes, that is just brilliant piece of fielding. I think Ravichandran wanted to keep strike against Najib. Hasib was ready to collect and whip the bails, but Ravichandran is home.
Yes, nice long strides towards the end. Has helped himself while he drags his bat in. He's made it. Only by the barest of margins. That little break allows everybody some time to have a drink. You'll have to believe the first 45 minutes or so of this semi-final. Saudi has had the upper hand all throughout. It's only now with Patmore batting on 11, Ravichandran batting on 10, that Japan are trying their best to find a way back. Short ball and very well managed once again, dropping his shoulders and the bat. But these two can't afford to just soak in the pressure and not score runs. 3.86 the current rate, that takes them to 77. They need at least 50 more than that. Clipped away very nicely. At the halfway mark, 39 for 3 are Japan. Third over for Hisham, 2 out. That was spinning away. Massive appeal. Maybe there was bat involved. Yes, been given from the bat. And if that is bat involved, that is a fantastic decision from the umpire. It was very much in the line of the stumps. I couldn't pick the bat on that replay, Nishant. Looked like it went straight through him. Was the attempted carom ball, might have crashed on to leg stump. The bat was well over the ball.
Full toss this time. That has been driven, but a good stop. Good stop by the fielder inside the circle. Wahid, the fielder there.
Down the track now, Sabarish has been using his feet to Hissam.
Reverse sweep attempted. Big appeal. Again, umpire not interested. Now, they managed to go through for a single. That too is off the bat, is what the umpire thinks.
A couple of really tight calls. This was the first ball. Yeah, can't pick any bat whatsoever. And it looked like it was very much in front of Midland leg stump. This time it struck the middle pole. Hissam was perhaps denied a wicket in this over. He's claimed that all by himself by knocking over Ravi Chandan. And that little partnership which was giving Japan a bit of a breathing space has been taken out. Ball straightens. Pretty much on middle, going for a pull shot. Ravichandran has missed it. That misery with the bat continues for Japan. Sabarish gone for 16. Declan Suzuki McComb, seam bowling all-rounder in the side, needs to put on a performance with the bat. Round the wicket goes Hisham for the last ball of this eventful over. Brings the stumps in play. It's been turned away on the onside. They will push for the second. They won't. 11 done, 46 for 4. Fourth seamer in the side and the fifth bowling option for Saudi. Wajiul Hassan has only bowled 4 overs so far, but the economy rate tells you how good he is in terms of execution. Not express pace by any stretch of imagination. He just bowls a disciplined line and length with McComb on strike. Taking strike for the first time here in the commentary box. As there has been a real sense of occasion here. Trying to say very, very good morning to Richard.
Good morning, yes. Saudi Arabia have started very well today. Bringing back memories of their semi-final win here last year.
Attempted Yorker from Waji outside the off.
They really want to prove that they can mix it with the top sides in Asia, and they'll do that if they can qualify for the Premier Cup.
Soft hands from McComb. Richard, the decision at the toss might have raised a few eyebrows, but then the execution with the new ball has really left everybody speechless.
Well, yeah, it brings back memories for me of watching Saudi Arabia play Bahrain in the final here last year, when they bowled Bahrain out for 30. And that was in 50 overs, but they didn't need 50 overs. They bowled them out in 20 or so. But there's a boundary for Japan.
Yeah, from the bat of Shirai Patmore. Who got underneath that ball and more importantly, found the space through cow corner. With that 50 off for Japan then. It's taken them a while. Talking about Bahrain, and I watched them bat last year too. By no means they are pushovers. A decent batting outfit. That's a shot he likes, but he's found the fielder. Thankfully so, not a catch.
That's right, in the tournament last year, Saudi Arabia and Bahrain won all their games up to the semi-finals, and we thought it'd be a great final. But it was all over well before lunch.
Full toss, he swept that one away. Deep fine leg fielder does well. Couple of times Waji in this over has missed his length, but he'll be grateful that the 6 balls are done for. 52 for 4 after 12.
But it will be a great achievement for Saudi Arabia cricket to repeat the feat they managed last year to qualify for the Premier Cup for a second time.
So far, they really have been the best team on display in this tournament. McComb doing the right thing, giving it back to Patmore. Not only got a boundary in the last over, suddenly now looking a lot more confident and decisive.
But we can't underestimate Japan. They're playing in their first ACC tournament and have done brilliantly to reach the semi-finals.
Lowered the arm there for that particular delivery, Mohammad Isham. Very round arm. Just trying to make it difficult for somebody like Patmore who likes the reverse option. For McComb, he'll be a lot more overarm. Paddle scoop. Just evades the man inside the circle at shot fine. Innovative option from Suzuki. McComb earns him his first boundary.
Yeah, that's a good effort from McComb, playing the scoop so early.
Hisham attempted a little bit of a leg break, I feel, for that ball. The length was shorter, allowed McComb the time and space to scoop it away. A lot fuller. Gets through the bowler. Has been a good over for Japan here. And you're absolutely right. They have been impressive. Not just in terms of the skill set, Richard, but in terms of the game awareness.
That's right, and we've talked to all the coaching staff and they know what they're doing. But this is the last ball for Mohammed Hisham, finishing his spell. 1 for 23 in 4 overs. And Japan are 61 for 4 in 13.
And so far, no signs of Usman Khalid, the left arm offie, and it looks like they're going to bit of part-time leg break of Wahid, who looked like he's getting back into his bowling rhythm too in the previous game. He will be the 6th bowler that Hisham will be using. Only a wicket to show for. Bowl 2 overs. Long on and a deep mid wicket on the boundary. Patmore wanted to reverse slap it. He's actually kissed it onto the keeper's gloves. That is so unfortunate. Patmore played grand total of 3 shots to that particular ball. Connection came of the second shot. That is out.
Well, that's pretty unfortunate. But Patmore is out for 19 off 22 balls.
Ibrahim Takahashi, off spinner in the side. He's got some batting ability for sure. All of that is what Japan needs for him and McComb to get them to at least a par score. Bracket slightly shorter. And Ibi is off the mark.
Well, everything that Mohammed Hisham, captain of Saudi Arabia, is trying is working today. Come up with his 6th bowler and he's taken a wicket first ball.
Patmore really will be disappointed. It's a full toss. Sometimes that's bound to happen with part-time leggies. And if you can pick up a wicket, the bargain is very, very good.
I think now every member of the Saudi Arabia squad has played a part in this tournament. They've had 2 wicket keepers, 2 or 3 leg spinners, a lot of batting. Look very strong.
Oh, Faisal took his eyes off the ball. Wahid is not happy. It will be the 2nd boundary of the over. That's his opening partner. Wahid's opening partner, Faisal Khan, was standing at long off, gone through the gates.
Wasn't the best bit of fielding from Saudi Arabia there.
Faisal will make up for that with the bat. And that's what he'll be telling himself and Wahid. Every now and then, in the last half an hour or so, Japan has scored the boundaries, but they have kept on losing wickets, which is why they've just fallen further behind in the 8 ball. Better length, and it's a dot ball. 6 overs to go, 71 for 5 are Japan.
Here's the left arm spinner, Usman Khalid. Got wickets in an earlier match.
Yeah, he did have a player of the match performance when he picked up 4 out of those 5 wickets in that game. He's bowling from the commentary box end. So with the breeze, he will be spinning that ball back into the left-hander. McComb plays it back to the bowler. I did mention a par score. That is about still 60 runs away from where Japan are at the moment. Trying to reverse lap it. Only at the bottom of the bat.
But Saudi Arabia have kept up a rate of 8 or 9 runs and over in all the matches in this tournament, so Japan need to get as many as they can.
Attempted Yorker from Khalid. Yes, that will be slightly unrealistic if they start looking at 160 from here on in. But 120, 130 just gives them a chance. Not necessarily keeps them in the game, but it will be some runs for the Saudi top order to manage and counter. Full toss, wanted to play it late. And beat Faisal Khan this time. Khalid really wide of the crease. And because of that, Ibrahim Takahashi was not sure whether that's going to come in with the angle or spin away.
So only 1 run off this over so far.
Square drives that one straight to Faisal. 1 run it will be from Khalid's first over. 5 overs to go, 5 down for 72 are Japan.
Oh, right up there. He was looking to go for that big shot. Missed that one by signaled by the umpire. That was very close to that outside edge.
So Waji bowling his second over. It'll mean that Saudi Arabia can finish off with their 3 main seamers. Ishtiaq, who's been excellent, and not far behind him, Atif and Usman.
Yes, they've got all the firepower that they need. That is definitely a good thing.
Although the left arm spinner bowled so well in the last over that he might get another over.
Oh, catch it was the cry there. Very difficult for a keeper standing up to the stumps to hold on to those. Have to give him some credit. Another outstanding bowling display here by Saudi Arabia. Looks like the keeper has hurt himself. He's getting some medical attention there.
Magic spray being applied. He just fumbled that one. Didn't get it cleanly into the gloves.
He's back up, the wicketkeeper. All set. Now we'll see the over being completed. Again goes to the big shot. Hasn't timed it well. It will land safe. Will pick up a single. So Takahashi looks like he has come out with the intention of going after the bowling here.
But he's only got 2 off 7 balls, unfortunately. He's trying to play the right game. Suzuki doing better, 18 off 14.
And that's it, straight back at the stumps. Will just manage to pick up another single there. Takahashi back on strike. Waji just the 2 runs off the bat in this over. Driven straight to long off. Been fighting for every run here, the Japanese side. Run scoring hasn't been made easy, and that's what you want as a unit. Final delivery of the 16th over. Right up there, driven down the ground. Long gone, will cut it off. 16 bowled, 77 for the loss of 5 wickets.
Well, I think the left arm spinner, Usman Khalid, was hopeful of a second over, but Ishtiaq's been brought back. He's got a good record in the last 5 overs.
Ishtiaq to bowl to the left-hander Suzuki, and he was looking to play the Chauvel there. And, that came off the toe end of the bat and went between him and the stumps to the wicket-keeper. Final over for Ishtiaq Ahmed. Started off with a maiden over, then wicket maiden in fact, and then picked up another wicket in his second over, that of the captain. Right up there. Squeezed out towards third man for another single. Oh, that will allow the second run.
I think the keeper's got a slightly injured hand. Maybe not a good throw from the boundary, but an overthrow there.
Now, Saudi Arabia, they've not really run through Japan here, but what they've done is they've ensured that with some consistent bowling, they have completely disallowed Japan to get any kind of run scoring going whatsoever. Top edge. Third man is very square, and that will be a boundary. Japan would need a few more of those. Try and tell themselves, okay, we get a couple of boundaries here and there, we might just get to 120.
Yes, Suzuki is now top scorer of the innings, I think. Good strike rate. Can he carry it on?
If yes, then how long can he carry on? Right up there, dugout. Straight to the fielder, dot ball. Still a fantastic spell from Ishtiaq. He's been absolutely on top of things. Main in this over. Comes down the track and hits it straight to the fielder at the mid-off. He was just trying to chip it away on that occasion. Probably trying to hit it over the head of the mid-off fielder, but only manages to hit it straight to him. Soft dismissal. And in the last over of his spell, Ishtiaq picks up another wicket.
Yeah, 3 wickets for Ishtiaq. Suzuki Makami's out for 26 off 21 balls. And that is the end of Ishtiaq's spell. 3 for 15 in 4 overs. Started excellently with the new ball and has bowled another good over, coming back in the 17th over. Japan are 84 for 6.
That's the leading wicket takers list, and Ishtiaq at the top now with 9 wickets of just 4 games. Utkarsh Jain and Sharwan Godara 8 apiece from 5 games. The Chinese bowler Kian Cheng 8 of 3. Tenzing Wangchuk 8 of 4. Hassan Ibrahim 8 of 4. Rio Sakurano 7 of 3. He'll have his chance to get going today. Atif will bowl his final over here. In fact, he's got a couple more, beg your pardon. So he'll be bowling 18 and 20 right now. Starts off this over with a single. I'm pretty sure that Japan at this point in time will be happy with anything around 110. We've got 17 more deliveries. Try and get to 110 from here on. That's 25 more runs. Backs away and slaps it. Excellent save by the fielder. Captain leading from the front there. That's what you want. When the bowlers are on top, you want the fielders to back them up as well. Otherwise, it's all pretty pointless. You can keep bowling the good lines, keep creating chances, but if the fielders don't support you, it's all going down the drain.
Yeah, there's been a couple of misfields and an overthrow here and there. But generally, Saudi Arabia have been good in the field.
And banks it in this time. Takahashi looking to go for that pull shot. Not making any contact there. That is a dot ball.
Yes, Japan will be looking to get as many over 100 as they can. But there's only 15 balls left in the innings.
Yeah, with just 15 balls remaining, getting to 100 might be a task. Full and fast outside the off stump. Looking to go for that drive through the offside, missing it completely. The pace of the Saudi Arabia bowlers has been a couple of yards above the others around. This time change in pace. Takahashi just reading it well on that occasion and pushing it towards mid-on for a single. Another exceptional over this. Just the 2 runs of 5 balls.
Yeah, one more ball to come for Atif.
Short ball this time, pulled away. They're looking for 2. This could be trouble, but wrong and chosen. So 4 runs coming of the 18th over. It's 88 for the loss of 6 wickets after 18.
Given the poor start that Japan made, losing a wicket in the first over and the captain in the third over, they've done pretty well to get even this far. The middle order made a few runs. Can they reach 100?
That's the big question, yeah. Can they reach the 100-run mark? They've got 11 balls to do so. Waji bowling this over. In fact, it's Usman bowling, beg your pardon. He's bowling his final over.
Yeah, he's bowled very well in the tournament. Probably the fastest even of the Saudi pace attack. So we didn't think he would miss an over.
Yeah, absolutely. And he starts off bowling back of a length, his first over. And then he starts getting fuller and fuller as his body warms up. Very full on that occasion. Backing away. Big appeal. The finger has gone up. Usman strikes again. I was trying to say that when he starts his spell, he likes to bowl back of a length, get that body loosened up completely, and then he gets fuller and fuller.
But that's a great catch from the keeper. It flew off the bat and he got across well. Took another catch. That's another Japanese batsman out. 89 for 7.
Charles Hinds is in the middle now. Number 9. Mujib is bowling over the wicket to him. He's got 3 more deliveries to add to his wicket tally. And he has added 1 more. Middle stump picked back. Charles Hinds, pretty much like a tail-ender would do. Just trying to back away from the line of attack.
That just pitched on middle and took middle stump out of the ground. That's fabulous bowling from Najib.
First ball duck for Hinds.
The Saudi bowlers have been fabulous at the start of the innings, and at the end of the innings Japan just about scored a few runs in the middle overs, but they haven't got to that 100 mark yet. Still 10 runs short, and Usman is on a hat-trick.
Yes, and he's going to bowl to a fellow fast bowler, Ryan Drake. He's come back to the Japanese side today. As Japan decide to go with some pace. On a hat-trick then, Usman Najib. Right up there and kept out by Ryan. He's pumped up, Usman. Final delivery of his spell.
He's been a good addition to this Saudi pace attack. We didn't see him last year, but he's bowled brilliantly. His last ball coming.
Again, full and straight. Nothing that the batter can do. Excellent spell from Usman Najib. 4 overs, 3 for 13. 19 bowled. Japan, 90 for 8.
So the last over of the innings bowled by Atif Ur-Rahman, looking for his first wicket.
Comes down the track, drives it straight to the fielder at cover. No runs scored. It's a dot ball to start the final over of the innings. Atif, none for 15 thus far. I don't think is really wanting to concede too many runs in this over. None of his teammates have. Shortish delivery this time. That'll be a wide. He's trying a change-up slow bouncer. Just got the line wrong on that occasion. And that is a delivery that always blows me away. Slow bouncer. Right from my growing up days, I've always learned that bouncer is the effort ball. You need to really put in a lot of effort to bowl a bouncer. But here we have bowlers evolved who can actually bowl a slower bouncer. Another slow delivery there, comes down the track and drives it down the ground. Long on will cut it off. They're coming back for 2. Oh, it's hit the batter.
I must admit, you're right. We've seen all these slower balls, slow ball bouncers, all sorts of techniques towards the end of an innings in the IPL and other franchise cricket, and it's all come down to international cricket at the ACC level as well. Shows techniques of cricket are evolving.
Absolutely. Everybody trying to outsmart each other right up there. That has been taken on the full and hit straight to the fielder on the offside. Just a single there. 3 more deliveries to go in this over, in this innings. They're 6 away from the 3-figure mark, Japan.
Would be a moral victory for Japan if they can reach the 100 mark. Struggled all the way through the innings.
You maybe get a streaky boundary somewhere, an outside edge. Flying to third man for 4 maybe. Right up there and pushed away. Another dot ball. Well, an inside edge will work out fine as well, because fine leg is up in the circle too. Not very sure if Drake can pull off a nutmeg. Looking to pull straight to short fine, just a single. Right then, even a boundary won't take them to 100, but might just give Saudi Arabia the target of 100. That's still on.
I don't think we've seen a 6 in the innings. 6 off the last ball would get them to the 100. And
Yeah.
an extra run as well.
Yeah, and Sakurano is someone who likes the number 6. Picked up a 6 for the first game that he played. And he tries to do that. On the full to the fielder. They're coming back for 2. They will get 2. And that is that then. 97 is what Japan have finished with in their allotted 20 overs. It's been a very good bowling performance by Saudi Arabia. They'll be disappointed they didn't bowl Japan out, but they'll be very happy with the target that has been kept, because Hisham was okay with anything around 140, but 97 is all that Japan have got, and that too largely because of the 26, 16, 19 in that middle order. A top order 15 from Abbey, who stayed there for quite a bit of time before losing his furniture to Najib. But all in all, it was pretty much a disappointing batting performance by Japan. Can't say the same about the Saudi Arabia bowling though. A very spirited bowling performance. 3 wickets apiece for Usman, Najib and Ishtiaq Ahmed for hardly anything, 15 and 13 runs. A wicket apiece for Hisham and Abdul Wahid. And then Wajiul Hassan and Usman Khalid filling in the 5th bowler's quota. All in all, a fantastic collective bowling performance this by Saudi Arabia. So 98 is the target for them to go through to the finals of this tournament. Required of 4.9 is something that Saudi Arabia won't be bothered about. We'll dive into a short break. When we come back, we'll have the run chase.
Welcome back to the second innings then. Only 98 runs for a place in the grand finale of ACC Men's Challenger Cup for Saudi Arabia after bowling well, ensuring that they never gave runs away and kept chipping away with wickets. They have humbled Japan in this first innings. And it's up to Japan to really create a match out of nothing, which is why straight away they will start with spin. They must have seen how prolific these two batters are against pace on the ball, which is why it looks like Charles Hinds has been given the new ball with the formidable Abdul Wahid taking strike. Abdul Wahid and Faisal Khan, both the openers having runs next to them, and more importantly the confidence. 90 runs so far. He's got a half century. Player of the match performance for Faisal Khan. Hit in the head very early in the tournament. He's rested for a couple of games and he's come back strongly. Charles Hinds it is. Only a wicket to show for. Might not get a lot of turn first up, but we'll try to be accurate. Lovely back foot punch. Saudi are away with the bat, and how? So much of balance and ease oozing out of Abdul Wahid as he stays still, rocks back, bat on ball. Lovely hard rolled surface, and it flies through backward point. That might make Hinds bowl a little straighter. That's when Wahid can open up the offside. In fact, Hinds has gone wider and it's been left alone. Only possible way Japan can even think about pushing this game longer is to pick up a wicket. Arm ball comes back in sharply. It's very well managed by Wahid too. They've got Piyush Kumbhare in the lineup, who bowls left arm spin too. He likes bowling inside the power play. Good stop from Sakurano, standing in at short cover. He might be taking the new ball from the commentary box end. Tight start this from Hinds. It was a quality cricket shot of the very first ball from Wahid. Since then, Hinds has stuck to his guns. Not a single ball tossed up so far. Another flatter, quicker, end of the first over. 4 runs on the board. Tall batting order for Saudi Arabia, and by no means these runs are enough. Japan, though, are perhaps the first team who are starting with 2 left-arm spinners. They want to do something out of the ordinary because they just don't have runs to play with. Piyush Kumbhare is used to doing this. Bowls slow, keeps the stumps in play. Faisal on strike. And Faisal blocks that first ball. Don't be fooled with that defense though. Every now and then he can jump out of the slumber and hit you out of the park. Here with me in the commentary box is Nishant Machitia. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you very much, Babashish. Not something that we usually see Faisal doing. Hanging around a little bit.
Kendall has removed himself from first slip, goes to short mid.
That's nicely played, but a good stop by the fielder there. So 3 dot balls from Kumbhare to start this particular over with.
Bad ball. Pulled off the back foot. Didn't get all of it. Can't really question Japan trying something here. Two bowlers, both left arm spinners. Very different in their trajectory though. Piyush Kumbhare, a lot more traditional in terms of the flight that he gives, and Hinds very much into the surface. Having seen that first over from Hinds, dropped. Piyush Kumbhare did very well to get around, got two hands to it, but that has popped out.
Yes, that would have been ideal for the Japanese side. They managed to pick up a wicket. Not to be. Goes off the back foot, watchfully drives it down towards long gone. Single to finish the over. 2 overs bowled, 6 for no loss.
That's the point I was trying to make. Only 1 over for Charles Hinds, and they saw that he's not getting any turn whatsoever. So they will go back to their new ball option, traditional new ball option. Rio Sakurano bowling from the commentary box end. 7 wickets to show for so far. He'll be starting against Wahid. Kendall has got a slip in position. He is standing in that mid-wicket region, short mid now. Just get a feeling Sakurano should be starting a lot straighter. Although he's got catching fielders square on the offside, he's got a short third very much inside the circle and a backward point. Yeah, too straight, that is. Little too straight. The idea was right, but that is easy pickings for Wahid. Again, stays balanced and hits this one for a 6.
Yes, what a welcome to the bowling crease to Sakurano, who's produced the best figures of the tournament thus far. This was just picked away with a lot of comfort. First 6 of the match.
Got to be in and around middle stump and not outside leg stump. Outside off, lovely fluent drive from Wahid. Sweeper fielder was there, but just the ease with which he pushes forward. Such a treat to watch.
So that'll bring Faisal on strike. Faisal will want to get a few away.
Oh, that is interesting. For Faisal, they're pushing the third fielder back. There is a sweeper already deep on the offside. Fine leg inside, square leg inside. Dare I say, for the first time, that is slightly defensive from the Japanese skipper. The line will be well outside off. Over mid-off goes Faisal. He knew where the line was going to be. Picked the length early. And just that heavy bat coming down on the ball.
He's not trying to overhit that one. His intention was to hit it over the mid-off fielder and let the power play do the talking.
Yeah, with that field, you're a little predictable in terms of where you will bowl mostly, which is outside off, and it's allowing Faisal the time to hit it through the offside. Right, Sakurano hasn't got it right so far. He's already leaked 12 runs of the first 4 balls.
We want to make amends. That's much better. Pushed back to the bowler there. That is a dot ball.
He can afford to bowl that line now, Nishant, because they've sent the square leg fielder back. So he can get tighter onto off stump for Wahid. I think that should have been the plan for Faisal too. Last ball though, so far in this over, he hasn't looked threatening at all.
That's a good looking shot. Lovely shot from Wahid. Stands up tall on that one. Finishes the over with a boundary. Started with a 6, 16 of it. 3 overs bowled, 22 without loss.
$149 runs for the captain of Cambodia, Lukman Butt. He'll be featuring in that second semi-final against Singapore. Wahid with 147. He'll be adding more to the tally as he bats on and on in this chase. Akshay Kumar Palakdhari, young opener from Thailand. He'll be really proud of the runs that he scored. And Yusuf Azan Farihat, the last 2 games that Maldives got, he was amongst the runs, so he's climbed up the ladder there. It's only up to Aritra Datta and Surendran Chandra Mohan from Singapore to see if they can go higher in that list. Piyush Kumbhare drags it short. Faisal has spanked it. Murdered that towards deep mid-wicket. Picks up a boundary.
Yes, he feeds on those kind of deliveries. Absolutely feasts on them. No two ways about it. Can't bowl him there, can you?
In fact, Piyush should do what Sakurano was trying to do. Long off back, deep sweeper back and bowl it outside the off. Ask him to go inside out. He's gone square through the offside. They're leaking runs left, right and center. There was nobody there. Sweeping slightly short, slightly wider, and that's enough. I think this is really ordinary captaincy from Kendall. You can understand why they're desperate.
And he goes for it again. This time straight to the fielder at long on.
Faisal only wanted to hit that one on the onside. Could have easily once again gone through the offside. Time and again persisting with 2 deep fielders on the onside for a left arm spinner who actually bowls slow. Looks to turn the ball. Wahid will fancy the mid-off up. Drives that. Can't beat mid-off. Again, excellent awareness from these 2 batters. Looking at the field, understanding, collecting information to understand where the bowler might deliver the ball and being ready for it.
Slightly flatter, slightly quicker. Off the back foot, played away straight to the fielder this time. That's nicely done. Beats the fielder inside the circle. That will run away to the third man fence for 4. This is a rollicking start here from Saudi Arabia.
Concedes another boundary through the offside where all the protection is on the onside. 35 for no loss. Only 1 over for Ryo Sakurano, and he didn't get it right. So Kendall forced to get his second seamer on display. Ryan Drake, another right-arm fast option. Similar profile to Sakurano in terms of height, and the release into the surface flies away with the breeze. Just lands in front of the ropes. Somebody has just let the tap open, and Japan can't stop these runs.
Yes, to be very honest, that was a nothing shot from Faisal. But such is the case. He just managed to get a boundary going.
I really thought nothing of a delivery from Drake too. So much of width on offer. Doesn't matter if you've got the third fielder back or not. Now slightly straighter, and he's so good on the body as well. Goodness gracious, you can't have so many fielders. Not least inside the power play. Straighter line also gets punished.
And right now it looks like as if anything their bowling is going for runs. That is a very, very difficult situation to be in for a bowling unit.
Drake might be forced to look at the variations very early in the spell. See if you can find a Yorker, a slowy, just something out of the ordinary. Going hammer and tongs this opening batting pair. Faisal has moved on to 23 from 11. Shot wide. Another extra added to the tally. This becoming a really short run chase, what it does, it keeps the surface equally fresh for the second semi-final too. Dare I say, Cambodia and both Cambodia and Singapore might look to bat first here.
And that's a good looking shot. What a shot that is from Faisal, standing up tall on that one and just tonking it over long gone for a 6.
Extraordinary power, bravery. First game itself he was hit on the head. Since then, be it a bouncer, be it a short ball, Faisal has been looking to hit them out of the park. Lands a straight 6 of a pull shot. .50 up in the blink of an eye for Saudi. Top edge, and that will fly away too. Forget about that one too. Exactly the opposite region where he got that last 6. This time successfully beaten for pace and bounce, but it still is going their way.
Yes, this is brilliant striking, make no mistake about it. Absolutely fantastic stuff this. And he's gone over the offside this time. It's going to be another boundary.
4-4, 6-4-4. This is a highlights package. Fast hands through the ball, no protection there. Faisal would like to believe he's actually missed out a couple of 6s by a really thin margin. That one also landing just in front of the ropes. Third fielder moves squarer. How does it matter? 23 already of Drake's first over with the ball to go. Top edge goes over, short third. So Barish eventually comes around. That's the only ball that didn't travel to a boundary in that over. 59 of the first 5 overs. With the game quickly slipping away, Kendall has asked Sabarish Ravichandran to get his first over from the far end. He started bowling slightly shorter, and this will only help Faisal, who can rock back once again and plunder the deep mid-wicket region.
Yes, every time you really drop short, you're going to be punished. This man knows one way of batting, and that is to ensure that the bowlers don't settle down.
Now when you go Fuller, he is ready for it too. Sends this one out of the park. Power hitting of the highest order has taken Faisal to 48 from 18.
What a shot this is turning out to be. What an innings this is turning out to be. Fantastic stuff.
Bit of an anti-climax as Faisal blocks that one. Now threads the inner circle through the offside. Half century. Stroke full. So very dynamic. Raises the bat to that dugout. They might as well be in that pool listening to Bollywood music. It's been that kind of a semi-final for them. Easy peasy.
Yes, absolutely comfortable in playing that away from the off stump. Watchfully defended this time. A dot ball to finish the power play, and what a power play. 73 without loss in 6.
I wonder if words can actually do justice to this kind of stroke play. Both sides of the pitch. 360. Fuller, driven, short, been cut and pulled. Prolific off the front foot. And almost murdering everything off the back foot. Faisal Khan has gone to a 50 in no time. And Wahid has had the best seat in the house. Japan might have thought a couple of wickets and maybe just try and stretch this semi-final. They'll be forced to have an early lunch. Ibrahim Takahashi bringing all the changes now, just hoping somebody gives him something. Now he too starts with the delivery down the leg side. It can happen. Can happen. The best of the bowling attack, when they've been put under this kind of pressure, will crumble. And Japan are still very young at this level.
Wahid is happy to just pick up a single and give the strike to the man who is doing all the damage.
It's only after 12 does the heat really start taking a toll. Saudi Arabia very smartly will get this game done before that happens. With the spin on offer, with the matchup in favor, Faisal brings out another shot through the onside.
Yes, remember, Saudi Arabia have never won a game by 10 wickets. This is their chance. Something to cheer for them.
Out of those 10 fours, at least 8 of them must have landed just inside the rope. So he's got only 2 sixes to show for right now, Faisal Khan.
Just 19 more needed to win this game. And that's put away again through the hands there.
Difficult to call that as a drop chance. It was struck so powerfully But the very fact that the fielder Fleming got a hand to it, it's just well done. Looped up. Brave from Takahashi. Only a single down to long on.
Final delivery of Takahashi's first over. He's conceded just 7 runs. And make that 8. No, 7 it will be. 7 overs bowled, it's 80 the score now. Well, yes, this action is going to get over very quickly. And before it does so, great opportunity for you to go and unlock cricket by downloading the ACC app now. You can also visit www.asiancricket.org to catch all the action. Hinz is back in the attack. Bowls a short ball. And it's a long ball. Hit brilliantly by Faisal for a big 6. He's really wrapping it up rather quickly right now as being joined in by Richard. What a run chase this turning out to be, Richard.
Well, just made it up the stairs in time. Faisal, unbelievable. 63 off 26 balls. He's only got 6 runs off the first 2 overs, so 80 have come off the next 5 or so.
This time tickled down for a single.
The Saudi Arabia VIPs have arrived. They made it halfway through the Japan innings, but at least they're here to watch their team's brilliant batting approach. This is Thailand with knobs on, definitely. 5-star. Particularly from Faisal Khan, who started this tournament by getting hit on the head, came straight back out at number 3, got 77 in his next innings, and was even more brilliant today.
Yes, fantastic batting this by Faisal Khan. Another excellent innings. And now just 10 runs needed to win this game. Yeah, looking in great position. Saudi Arabia goes for it. Hasn't timed it well enough, so that'll just be a single.
This will be the second time that they've qualified for the ACC Premier Cup on this ground. Last year it was 50 overs. Now they're even more brilliant at 20 over cricket.
They're showing that there's still a lot of gap between them and others. And that is the gap that everybody wants to bridge. 8 overs bowled, it's 89 for no loss. Now Faisal Khan has moved to the top run getters list in just 3 games. 155 runs, overtakes Abdul Wahid.
Still got a chance to get just above him as he's batting at the other end. Lukman Butt has played 2 extra matches, but he's got wickets as well. And the 2 Thai lads did well. 143 runs for Akshay Kumar and 121 for Chalamwong. We'll see Param and Lukman Butt and Uday Singh playing this afternoon. But it's pretty clear that Saudi Arabia have dominated with the bat in this tournament.
Because they've been absolutely top-notch. Give them all the credit for the way they've played this tournament. Dominated every game. Drake drops that one short. That'll be called a wide. He's bowled an expensive over, the first one that he bowled. It looks like the miseries have not ended for him.
I think the only over he bowled in an earlier game went for 20 as well, so be an experience for him.
Right then, just 8 needed to win. Drake to Faisal. Shortish delivery outside the off stump. He drags it towards mid-on. Straight to the fielder.
Spent the first few days of this tournament going around the hotel with a big bandage on his head, but he's back to full power now.
Oh, that came back in. He's looking to just tuck it away. Not quite getting bat on ball there. That is a dot ball. So Drake is recovering well. 24 runs is what he conceded in his first over. A wide to start the second over with. It has now managed to really bowl a couple of dot balls. That was tantalizingly close to being a wide, but not to be. Another dot ball then.
Certainly Faisal's a real expert at batting in the power play. But now there are fielders on the boundaries. He's not quite as good at pushing the single. It's not his approach.
Yeah, his approach is to hit a 6 or a boundary at any situation. Just like that. Excellent shot. That has gone the distance. What a beautiful strike that was.
We don't need to see him push the single if he can do that. A superb 6 over extra cover.
Yeah, that was as effortless as picking up a single. He makes it look so very easy.
Maybe he just pushed it for 6. I would have gone around about where the Japanese tent is. 2 more balls in this over. 2 more runs needed.
And he has pulled it away. There is a fielder in the deep, so it's down to Wahid to hit the winning runs. Will he do a Dhoni here? And just block this one and allow Faisal, who's been brilliant in this run chase, to get the winning runs in style. Let's wait and watch. What do you reckon?
Well, they've got their rate up to 10 and over. 10 and over.
Kendall is not bringing the field in either. No, he's gone for the pull. It's gone straight to the fielder in the deep, and that is that.
He's won the game. Abdul Wahid with Faisal Khan. They're into the finals of the ACC Challenger Cup, and they've qualified for the ACC Premier Cup in Oman. A brilliant day for Saudi Arabia. Absolutely perfect display.
Yes, and this is the first time they've won a game by 10 wickets as well. So that is something to cheer for too. We'll be very pleased with this effort. The clinical fashion in which they really pulled off this win is outstanding. You have to give them all credit for what they've done here. Fantastic, fantastic bowling at the top, and then with the ball, they were brilliant, yes, and with the bat, oof, it was some fantastic power hitting.
They're the two leading scorers in the tournament. Abdul Wahid, 23 off 21, but the brilliant Faisal Khan, 72 off 33, and he's at the top of the batting list, the strike rate list, the sixes list, everything for Faisal Khan.
As far as the bowling is concerned, well, not much to talk about. Charles Hens and Piyush Kumbhare tried to keep it tight. Ibrahim Takahashi as well. But Ryan Drake went for 16 and a half, 16 for Sakurano and 14 for Ravi Chandran. That's the story of the game. After being put into bat, Japan could manage only 97. 3 wickets apiece for Najib and Ishtiaq Ahmed. And in reply, Saudi Arabia broke no sweat, winning the match by 10 wickets, riding on Faisal Khan's brilliant 72 not out. That's semi-final number 2 in a while from now. Singapore taking on Cambodia. But for now, we'll dive into a short break. When we come back, we'll have Babashish Nanda with the post-match presentation.
Ready? Right then, we've got our first finalist for ACC Challenger Cup T20 tournament. As Saudi Arabia, they've almost shrugged off Japan in this first semi-final, winning this by 10 wickets. And they've also qualified for the Premier Cup. So congratulations for Saudi Arabia. Of course, they've had a great day. Congratulations to Japan to make it to their first big semi-final ACC event. So well done to you boys too. We really thank the Asian Cricket Council and the Cricket Association of Thailand for hosting this tournament, giving all of these players a wonderful opportunity to showcase their white ball skills. We thank the sponsors too, official streaming platform FanCode, official partners Dafa News, 1xBat, commercial partners TCM. As I mentioned, this day, this morning has belonged to Saudi Arabia altogether. First of all, I would like to request Kendall Fleming to come in and have a chat, please. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for the captain of Japan. A side that looked really formidable in the group stage. They had some great times altogether. Kendall, you would like to think about this as too many off days with the bat in the last week or so?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's been a great learning curve the whole tournament, but to put probably our two worst performances on the board in our last two games is really disappointing. Full credit to the Saudi Arabian team. I thought they were great. I think they're the best team in the tournament, to be honest, and I just want to congratulate them for qualifying.
Just looking back at what happened this morning when they elected to basically put you in with the bat, you must have thought you've got a very good chance here.
Yeah, as I said, I probably would have batted as well. I thought they bowled really well up front in the power play. I thought their swing bowlers were probably the highest quality that we've faced as a national team. So, yeah, I mean, disappointing not to get to a competitive score today, but hopefully our young team can take a lot out of today.
That's the point you mentioned, young team, because I saw you trying out a lot of players. You see a lot of variation in that bowling attack. There's plenty of positive for Japan to go back with.
Yeah, definitely. Huge positives out of the week. You know, we've got a couple of 15 and 16-year-olds debut. Everyone's been able to have a crack with the bat of the ball. And, yeah, as I said, hopefully we can take something out of it into the next East Asia Cup. And then hopefully in the future with ACC. It's a real privilege to be part of the ACC now. So a great experience for our group.
Thanks a lot for all the entertainment. Kendall, good luck for the future.
Thank you. Cheers.
Kendall Fleming then. Next up, can we have the captain of Saudi Arabia, Mohammad Hissam, please? Plenty of cheers for Hissam altogether. I really don't know. Talk about your best moments.
I think it was really well done. The good start we got from Ishtiyaq and Atif, they've been proving themselves in Thailand from the last year around. And I think it's a good bowling performance from Usman as well, who came on, kept the pressure going, and I think all the other bowlers supported them.
What I do look at that particular team is that every now and then somebody else puts their hand up and says, I'm going to own the stage. The way Faisal came out striking today for that total, it must be thorough entertainment watching it from the dugout.
We are used to it now. We are very used to how he bats, and that's that's the brand of cricket he plays, and that really gives us courage and gives us a good positive intent to go the next batsman who goes in. So hats off to him.
Now go back to the same routine, bit of gym, bit of pool session, and then come back for the big finale once again.
Yeah, I think nothing changes. Everything remains the same, and the boys, this is what has kept us going. The discipline, I think Mr. Rahat is looking after our discipline, and also our coaches, the trainer, and the physio, who always looks after the players after the games and to keep us conditioned and recover well.
All right, good luck for the big finale then. Well played. Rather than the captain of Saudi Arabia. Next up, can I please request Mr. Gandhi, the match referee, to please come here, join us. He'll be giving away the Player of the Match award, which was actually slightly tricky because of the way how Faisal batted 72 of 33, and he got it done in no time. But the umpires actually decided to go with someone who made early inroads for sure. All throughout the tournament today, 3 for 13 for Usman Najib is our Player of the Match for his fantastic performance. Really hits the deck hard, has been targeting the stumps all through, and today it worked once again. He did beat the Japanese top order by sheer pace altogether. So another prolific performance for Usman Najib. Usman, very quick chat altogether. Do you only look to get people out bowled and LBW?
No, just I'm only see the match, so after I will do it. Right. I make a plan for today. Inshallah, I go to ground. After I will do very best for our team.
You're doing your very best and keep up the good work. That's it then, Usman Najib, the player of the first semi-final. Saudi Arabia will celebrate long into the night for their place in the final. And we get ready for who the next finalist is going to be for the second semi-final. That's coming to you live. Stay tuned to Fan Code and the ACC YouTube page.